So we need to clear a path before we talk to that.
Yeah, we definitely need to clear a path. I mean, we struggled enough with the cat. We're struggling enough with Sir Laura. We do not need to try to take a chicken through at least some territory we've not been through. So I guess we're going to go clear a way to the magic rooster that is Peeper's father. And then we're going to come back, get Peeper, and just be able to walk with him through... hopefully no combat. I mean, I don't know if escorting him is going to script any encounters, but if it does, then we'll only be going through those. Yes, we need to go find Mortis and put a stop to whatever he plans with some insanely powerful weapon they keep warning us about, but we also need to help this chicken.
The shimmering ghost of a kin magister turns her gaze upon you. She holds your stare, boring into your head, searching the blacks of your eyes for the secrets of your soul. But in so doing, she shows you hers. You are Zeushan, a young lizard magister, devoted to the Order. More than this, you are in love with a comrade, a human man of wit and kindness and sweet disposition, who goes by the name of Boris.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna bring up the fact that we took Boris out.
You are Zeushan once more. Alexander dies. Worse, your human comrades look at you askance, as if his murder was your fault. Even Boris turns against you. When he's posted to Fort Joy, he does not say goodbye.
I'm just gonna point out that Boris was posted to the Joy before we did anything to Alexander. The, chronology of those events does not make sense.
I mean, unless Alexander just has a habit of dying and coming back or something. This doesn't make any sense. Is he Kenny?
Allow memories to continue.
To the graveyard shift in the dark of night on the outskirts of town, you do your duty diligently, but your heart is no longer in it. So when you catch a couple of young sorcerers fleeing Raymond's net, you see how deeply in love they are. You do not turn them in, you help them to escape. But in the morning, they are caught and under torture give you up. They go to Fort Joy. You are hanged right here.
Kind of wish we'd gotten here in time to help them.
Yeah, the chronology's a bit iffy there. Unless there's some other Boris. Either way, he's...
No, it was definitely the same Boris,
Okay.
because there was that where I could choose... Oh. Well, I hear voices over here. It's always good to follow vaguely demonic voices.
Red Prince, greatest of royals, greatest of kings to be. Do stay with me here for a while. Take a rest from the weary road.
A great pounding suddenly erupts in your chest. Your inner god roars and bellows, an incoherent, maddening cacophony.
It is awful how she treats you. She asks so much and gives so little in return.
And who am I speaking to?
I am the only one who cares. She will say otherwise. She always does. And in the end, she'll betray you. Don't play her game. Think of yourself. Rest here. The sun is golden. No one will bother you. This moment can last forever, if you let it.
A sudden weariness washes over, bone deep and as irresistible as a strong current.
Gonna go with a little bit of meditation and breaking myself out of this, I guess.
The fatigue ebbs away, then surges back.
Don't fight it. This is how it's supposed to be. Sleep now. When you wake, it will be in a new world. A beautiful world.
Why do people keep trying to put me to sleep? No.
I only wanted to give you rest, not pain. Now, I leave you to my children. They are many. They are impatient. They lack my gentle touch. I am sorry, truly.
Okay, so don't bother trying to hit him with anything other than AoEs for a minute.
Threw a rock at me.
Alright, let's try to get some of these little ones out. Where's my teleport? There's my teleport. Oh, and clear-minded. Just in case, I don't know, they'd have any more sleep abilities. And this is one of those times where I'm really wishing that we had a bit more physical damage. Maybe do some of your piercing attacks. I don't know if... will poison work on... Oh yeah, poison will not work. Fire will, which honestly makes sense. And guess what I specialize in?
Light him up.
Yeah, fireball might hit all three, so yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
To none.
So I guess go with your fireball and earth attacks, and though you might want to do clear-minded on yourself as well. Yeah, sometimes it gets a little aggressive about wanting to snap to enemies. Yeah, try doing that view. That should work.
I don't have any more physical or magic armor or whatever. And fire. You're on fire. I'm out of AP.
Okay, it was able to fully just rip clear-minded down. That's not good. Okay, we might be just coming back to this fight. Or coming back with physical damage, one or the other. Yeah, we're out.
Yeah, that's... Nope. Mm-mm.
So we're either going to have to come back with physical damage, or you're going to need to stay really far away, because I think that big one had some kind of terrifying aura. But we're going to have to spread out, so we can't both be under that, because the second our magic armor goes down... I'm surprised that Clear-Minded didn't prevent that. Because if you look at the description, cleanses and prevents, blinded, terrified, charmed, it should have been impossible for it to do that, but it just wasn't.
It just bypasses everything.
Wonderful. So we have fights that just break the game's own rules. Divinity, I love you, but sometimes you are a janky mess. Okay, so we need to clear that fight before we deal with that. I definitely don't want to be trying to escort a chicken through it. And I mean, yeah, we could maybe switch to physical damage. I don't have as many abilities in that as you do.
Or
But it might... I think if we could take out the big one, like, immediately, we might be okay. I think maybe focusing on the smaller ones was a mistake, because I think it's that big one that has some kind of terrifying aura. That was a difficulty hike and a half.
Yeah.
Maybe we just shouldn't be going that way. But now I'm stubborn, so screw it.
Well, I have an idea if we need to be spread out.
Yeah, you need to be much further away when that fight starts. Like, go stealth or something, and you can just do a surprise attack to get into the fight.
Well, I was just... let's see.
Well, you're not going to be able to do the persuasion. Don't get near it.
Okay, you need to get near it so I can actually position myself.
Okay, well, it didn't automatically do the conversation that time. Yes, I'm not going to go through this again.
A sudden weary.
Okay, where's my jump?
The fatigue. Then, sir.
Don't fight it. This is how it's supposed to be.
Well, unfortunately, that thing can also jump. But yes, stay up there. But
A beautiful world.
yeah, apparently clear-minded isn't going to work, even though it should. So don't bother with it unless you want to set it up now.
Okay, and I'm positioned far away from you.
I don't know if it's far enough or not, but I guess we'll find out.
I am.
But yeah, I saw it. The fight thing covers it up almost the whole time. But yes, it has a terror aura. We need to take out the big one immediately, or the second our magic armor's down, we're toast.
Okay. Well,
And like I said, clear-minded just isn't going to work, even though it should. Okay. I mean, it would, of course, boost your damage, but... And I don't know if Armor of Frost would be even enough to make a difference here because of how much damage they're doing. So, we're just going to try a DPS race.
Is mine.
Unfortunately, this means I'm going to have to use a lot of attacks that I really would like to get. Well, I could actually pull him down, which would be back to giving you a height advantage, which I'm going to put him here because it should give you a good line of sight. I have a point, so I can try to at least make them hit me more to get through it. Okay, focus on those two. There we go. You don't even need to worry about hitting me. I'm fire immune. Now the earth skills, probably.
almost out of magic armor.
I'll yield to
I guess we're gonna find out if you're far enough away or not.
It apparently has to... Do they all...
Unfortunately, I don't think clear-minded on you is going to cleanse it. We've tried it, and it didn't work. I probably should have kept my teleport to just move it away from you, or magic armor to just give you magic armor back, but if I'd done that, I would have been terrified, because I have literally 5 points left. So yeah, the only way that I can cleanse the Terrified off of you is if I manage to take him out now. Supernova... Well, this will also apply Oiled, which will make him take more damage from my fire attacks. could petrify it. I don't know if that would break the terrify, but it's the best I got. Oh, there was Comeback Kid. You didn't even use your full movement. Come on.
If I'm terrified, it should at least force my full move. And away from everything instead of
just into
a corner.
Games never do terrified, right? I can't see them because smoke cloud. Okay, why are you just grumbling into the mic?
Sorry.
Like, if you want to do your grumbling, do your grumbling, but grumble in a different direction. I don't think the audience wants to hear that. I'm gonna try to just move away, but
Tricked him into hurting his own people.
the Terrified Aura takes that much. Okay, we can't do this fight.
No, and
the Terrified Aura reaches that far. Clear-Minded doesn't work on it for some reason.
And it looks like some of the little ones can cast it too. Which was
it a Terrified Aura that came up?
No, it was it was a spell that even the little...
No, that's not what's doing it. What's happening, Lapidation just does a crap ton of earth damage, which tears down your magic armor, and then the Terrified Aura just immediately inflicts Terrified on you. But apparently that Terrified Aura basically goes across the entire battlefield.
Yeah, guess you're right.
Okay, you know what? Would you two shut up? I don't care if this gets us in a fight with Magisters. In fact, I hope it does.
Never met a real hero before. Come on.
Okay, will you two just shut it? Okay. So at this point, it's, I guess, go that way.
Running off.
All right, you know what? I'm done. We're burning the town.
Hell no. You know what Raymond would do if he caught him? I'll yield to none.
Teleport that one guy that's not next to all of them next to all of them. Because yeah, I figured that Terrified Aura was more like maybe the range on your Charm Aura or just a little bigger. Where you had to be fairly close for it to work, but no.
Really don't know how anyone was still alive after all that, but okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to do an area attack because now it's not wanting to let me attack because you technically have that person charmed. I really hope this doesn't screw up the XP. Actually, you know what? Just in case it would, I'm just gonna delay my turn and move on. Just take a freaking hit to wait for that charm to wear off. That's honestly part of the reason I don't use it, is because sometimes it does stuff like that to the last enemy. Just hit her.
And now there's no more talking.
Yeah, I will say Larian did get, from what I have played of Baldur's Gate 3, I've only played a little bit of it because I'm waiting for mods and patches and all that fun stuff before I really make a serious go of beating it. But from what I have played of it, the looping dialogue did at least get a little better. They still do it sometimes, though. It's slightly infuriating. Let's go see if the town wants us dead now. Because if that's a problem, I'd rather just deal with it.
Mm. Looting done. I don't think anyone cared.
Well, no one else saw.
Nobody.
They were far enough away, I guess.
Saw
Anything.
or heard anything.
Well, okay, that was enough to get me to calm down, at least.
One entry and exit dealt
That we
with.
can just walk through now. Really, we could before. That was purely me losing my temper. And I swear, if the kid and the woman we saved weren't, like, hanging around in here...
I need those records, damn it.
Right away.
Yeah, there'd be some...
Yeah.
Especially since that guy said he was going to continue the manhunt on that poor dude that hadn't done anything wrong.
Honestly, I mean, I'm trying to think if there's any way that we could just lure them out. Like, if you could just nether swap them out really fast or something. But they'd probably just walk right back into the building, assuming that that didn't count as a hostile action to begin with.
I'm going to send you to Fort Joy, you horrible sorcerer. You can stay there with the servants.
It's not the children's fault. It's not the children's fault.
Watch it. Those are source hounds.
Do you suppose these guys are far enough away?
Maybe?
I feel like it's slightly riskier, but
Do you want to do it?
if we do, I'd rather approach from the other way.
Yeah.
Powerful too.
Powerfully unlucky.
I feel bad for the dogs, but I think we might get away with this.
Must have picked up some
Yeah, the
Must have picked up some sauce.
Go.
Glory is mine.
We're a little... Okay, got one of the dogs. Poison dart on the dogs. And rock on the one that's left.
You cast an elemental totem, but you didn't just put it in the fire where it would have done fire
Well,
damage.
physical damage actually would make more sense for him because I assume that's most of what else he does. But not that's gonna save him.
Yeah, he's done.
That didn't quite reach, so... There, now we can just walk through the dang town.
And not deal with...
Any of that.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, they will never bother to check on these guys. There's never a patrol rotation. There are limits to how far the game can simulate all of it.
I found an old
It honestly
coin.
does better than most because, I mean, you guys saw when I started stealing that one guy's stuff because he was a bit of a git. I had to warp away, and then they kept trying to interrogate Bill to see if he'd stolen things, and if they'd caught me, I would have either had to talk my way out, or they would have searched me and found the stuff, and obviously that would have been bad. So, honestly, it does a better job of trying to punish the player than a lot of games do, but it's not perfect. But yeah, I guess we're going this way because we're not going to be able to handle that scarecrow fight until we get... Honestly, I think the big issue is I think our damage is mostly okay, especially if we switched to physical damage and used some of the necromancy skills maybe. But we need much better magic armor to not just spend the entire fight running away poorly.
Bears ahead.
Bears that apparently own the beehives.
Ah, honey, bog off.
The honey smells odd.
Best honey ever. Makes a bear feel good. So bog off. It's ours.
You want some honey? Yeah, can't have it.
Where have the bees gone?
Bees are dead. Bees! Bees dead. Good thing too, 'cause, honey.
So that honey is void tainted, the bees are already dead, and the bears... I don't think we can convince them to stop eating it like we did with the cat. Okay. Burning out the infestation. I feel a lot worse about this than I did about the Magisters.
I'll yield to none.
I'm gonna assume I'm gonna need some physical armor here. Also, I think we could maybe put up more of your abilities like Frost Bulwark. Oh, yeah, okay, right decision. Is it getting dark? Key. Oh, they're immune to Earth.
Okay, not using earth anymore then. How about fire?
I mean, oh, I'm the one with Lore Master, so I'm the one that'll actually see resistances when I examine them. Your piercing damage bolt should do well regardless, I'd assume.
Let's see if I can...
Glory is mine.
The fire seems to be working. Oof, honestly, they hit like trucks too. Oh, how many of these can you do? Well, luckily we don't do physical damage on this, so... Yeah, when I examine them... I should see resistances. Okay, fire's actually the good one to hit them with. fire or maybe air, because that one is probably neutral since it wasn't listed. Attack that would have let me get over there a lot more easily. So I'm just going to summon my fire totems instead. And try to give myself some magic armor.
Well, I'm gonna get myself some magic armor if I can.
Yeah, you have actually several abilities. Frozen Bulwark. And that, of course, will both give you magic armor. The other one gives you magic armor based on how many enemies around you are chilled or frozen. So we would have to very specifically set that up. Poison, I think, was neutral on them, and it would spread the fire. So remember that poison and earth are two separate damage types. Just waiting for that to burn out. Yeah, maybe don't mess with those beehives. So, I hope that cat actually recovers, and now I'm kind of wondering if had it keeled over, if there would have been some kind of void tiger we had to fight. I'll talk to him.
The spirit of a young man stands before you. From his aura, you can tell that he was a sorcerer.
Guess I'm gonna look for memories and see if he got eaten by bears.
You are a sorcerer fleeing the Magisters in Driftwood. Hungry, you come upon a pair of honey bears. The bears do not attack, so you try to steal their honey, and ouch! You are stung to death by bees. Huge, hideous, void-woken bees. Stinging pain consumes you as the bees attack you, and the honey bears too. The bears survive, but are tainted. You die in agony. The bees die as bees must do after unleashing their stings. The honey bears eat the bees.
Okay. Oh, there's a source puddle over here, and you don't have a source point, so just in case we would need it. There you go.
Quercus, that squirrel, was it a night of Dre? Well, no matter. It's too late for them, whoever they were.
Apparently they were stepped on by a troll.
What if I do